Welcome back to another video on the Brembo channel, better known as Travis Benjamin. So in this video, we're going to talk about the recent dispute or, video or whatever you want to call it, between my channel, me personally, and Kobe's Mind, and then some other individuals that were involved in it as well. So first off, I want to start off by saying that Kobe's Mind did get back to me today. We had a lengthy discussion on Instagram in regards to the way he feels that I cheated and the way I feel in my theory towards, exactly how I feel about some of the other XP grinders out there. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. First off, we have the question. The original question and allegation was basically, you cheated. Everybody said you cheated on your game level. Now, remember, this is about Fortnite game levels. This is not a personal thing. I don't have any issue with Kobe's Mind to speak on me as far as Fortnite goes. If you want to talk about, somebody's Fortnite locker or about their game level or about their XP grind or those kind of things, that's completely fine. And I feel that he has all right to have any say, on his page as far as what his theory is. That he feels that I cheated in order to gain levels at the beginning of the season. And what we're talking about is the glitch. So there were two major glitches this season. So we're going to get into some facts at this point. There were two major glitches in this season. There was a glitch at the very beginning of the season which was leaked out by Hypex, and I guess Fortnite really doesn't care too much about Fortnite game levels, because I believe that after he kind of showcased it, I don't think Hypex is really, all that much of a Fortnite player, more so much of an amazing leaker. So I watch Hypex, Fire Monkey, and appreciate the leaks and the information they give. So I have nothing negative to say about them. For him to expose a glitch, hey, if there's a glitch, there's a glitch. People do. Some of the most popular videos are XP glitches. Okay, so with that glitch, basically, I had a stream started, and I was told about this glitch. I started a stream. I didn't start right away when the season jumped off. So when I started my stream up, I started my grind. I started my stream up. Somebody in my stream mentioned to me. They say, there's an XP glitch right now. Hypex is level 300 on the first day. Now, Hypex isn't going to continue his grind because that's not his thing. That's fine. Okay? But what I spoke about was not in a personal manner. I'm not speaking directly about Talakon as a human being, about Rage's Revenge as a human being. And then somehow Loot Station got involved in this equation, which, in my opinion, Loot Station is by far the most legitimate XP grinder, and I never really had anything to say. Somehow that situation got mixed up. The reason I say so is Loot Station, it has a similar result. So I said one thing about Loot Station, and I'll mention what I said about Loot Station. So the thing about Loot Station's page, if you go to their page, they stream almost all of their content. If they're playing the game, they're streaming the game. So that's where I see that there's a lot more legitimacy if you're going to stream all of your content. If you go on my page, you're going to also see I don't really play, I really don't play Fortnite unless I'm streaming. I treat Fortnite YouTube as a business. And that's where it needs to stay. It doesn't need to go to personal, angles about this and that, and about what people think they can or cannot do. And we're not even going to get into that negativity, because one thing leads to another, and another thing leads to another, and some people say things and it gets very personal. So I'm keeping this strictly professional and about the game. It's a family friendly channel that I run. I try to produce content for everyone in order to enjoy. I've created a whole group of people that come and chill with me on stream almost a daily basis. I'll be streaming here shortly. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of negative hate on that stream from people coming over from the previous video that Cobesmine had made. But at the end of the day, I don't have any issue with Cobesmine. After he's made an apology, he specifically said, I probably shouldn't have talked about anything outside of the game in hindsight, but I still believe you cheated, which is completely fair. He's entitled to his opinion that I cheated. He said, I'm making a video with Talikan hopefully this Monday. I don't know what it's going to be about. And then he said, did you cheat? That's my only concern. If you cheated and that's claiming other people cheated, that is a bad look. And I said, I feel you. That would be a bad look. So let's fact check. And he said, I never wished any harm on you or your family. Because he spoke directly about some things that were personal, which he since said apologized for. And so in response to that, I say I was told about the glitch. And as Cobesmine placed in his video, I was intrigued to say, like, really? Like, somebody's level 300? I just paid for an entire battle pass and you can gain 300 levels for free? Really? Like, how? So I ended my stream and I started to check some things out. I started to look and see, is this something that's actually, real? Is somebody really doing this? So I went to the drop location where you can gain, they call it the gas station glitch. That's pretty much, there's two major glitches, the gas station glitch, and then you have the team, not Team Rumble, but the Misty Meadows glitch, which took place for about 2.5 days. That's where I find my issue. And then we'll talk furthermore about where I find my complete issue at. So, I said, I told Cobesmine in our discussion that, I ended my stream. It turned out that the glitch was patched. When I went to try it and check it out, the glitch was patched at that point. But did the glitch exist? Yes. There's even people in Cobesmine chat that say, I used the glitch, I cheated. But it is what it is. Fortnite doesn't seem to care about that. Whether or not somebody did or did not cheat for their levels, I don't think Fortnite's biggest concern is that. I think Fortnite is a multi-billion-dollar company that could care less about somebody's, a game level. I mean, you got Epic Games employees. I ended up getting invited to a lobby last season, and somebody was level 9,999. An Epic Games employee that was just given a level. So, it is, it just kind of is what it is at that point. So, the discussion continued on between me and Cobesmine. And he says, alright, here's what I said to him first. I said, that's all, bro. At the end of the day, I'm a man of God. And I just got upset, not with the video, but with the direct personal comments you made, which led to many others. And I'm sure I'll continue to receive more personal attacks towards myself. But I'll continue my grind. You will keep doing your thing, and that's it. That was exactly what I said to him. And his response was, alright, thanks for your messages. If you really believe Talikan cheated, make a video on it, and I'd be down to watch it. I'm sorry for the personal attacks on you. I will make sure to be better on that in the future. Last thing I'll say, the only reason I made the video, I believe a lot of evidence I was provided against you looked very bad and didn't add up to me as being legit. Take care, man. Good luck with your grind. And then I wrote back to him, "You as well, GG's." And I said, that was it. And that was the end of our conversation. So we kind of squashed our beef. So this is on to my theory. So, and one thing that was an actual, I don't think that he necessarily knew about it. I think maybe Kobe's mind made a mistake. So in his video, I'm keeping this video strictly not, I'm gonna come at Kobe's mind and start talking trash. Nah, that's pointless. We're gonna talk just more about information. He accidentally placed in his video that the Misty Meadows glitch, which was a glitch that came later on in the season, was 1000 XP each time you do it. He said which was no good, which in my opinion would be 100% truthful. If you get 1000 XP, I mean, that's really not doing you much good. So that glitch was out for about 2.5 days from what I can see on YouTube. I looked at Talacon's page, and during the time that glitch was out, he had one video that he placed, and during that video he was using an alternate account talking about creative AFK XP, which a lot of people are saying are not glitches. But if you're just standing there doing nothing to gain XP, I consider that to be a glitch. You're not doing anything to gain the XP. Therefore, a lot of people that don't know about it, hence in my opinion, it's like cheating. So when I say that Talacon and Rage are 130 levels over Loot Station, they're 200 levels over me. And I know how much time and effort I've put into this game. I upload each stream, so all of my streams go back up on my page. So that's the same thing with Loot Station. That's why I really don't have a problem with Loot Station, and I never even had an issue with them at all. The only thing I said about Loot Station was, each single video that Loot Station produces, they always put in parentheses, no glitches used. Now usually if nobody's accusing you of doing something wrong, then why are you defending something that nobody accused you of? That was my issue with Loot Station. I don't have a problem with them personally. This is just a Fortnite game level, big deal. At the end of the day, what does it matter? Some people are struggling to get Battle Pass, and people are arguing because they were fortunate enough to buy 100 tiers and then grind after that. So long story short, with Loot Station, he streams. This is a child, I believe, so I definitely don't want to speak on a child. So with Loot Station, their streams upload, so they have a lot of proof of what they're doing. As to where Talacon and Rage, they don't have proof, but they always seem to have this spectacular, insane lead over everybody else. Now, if there was some special XP method, even if they were robots, if they were playing 24 hours a day with somebody on their account, Kobe's Mind made another video about this. He made a video and he spoke about the fact that how much XP you could gain if you could get 20,000 XP with tilted taxis, and you could get that 20,000 XP and you could get 100,000 XP per hour in a day, and if you did that for an entire season, you would get to level 898. That was at 100,000 XP per level, which you cannot do at all if you're just running loot routes. It doesn't matter if you choose your loot route is going to be at Steamy, if your loot route is going to be at retail, Holly, if it's going to be the whole loot route with the Snowmando outpost that Kobe's Mind made down into that area, and then over to Camp Cod, like that whole loot route. No matter what loot route you were running, there's only so much XP and there's only so much time in a day. So given as how Kobe's Mind was formerly, did XP grinding, I've grinded XP a lot of seasons, and I know many of others of you have. So my theory is, where are, if Loot Station, which is 70, 80 levels over top of me, I haven't done my quest. So if you look here, I haven't finished any of the quests for this week because I was, you know, messing around with the tournament and stuff like that. I just feel, from my point of view, that there was one theory proved. Okay, Cole's mind speculated that Travis, you cheated. Okay, that's fine. That's what you feel. I explained to him that I did not cheat and I'm on much lower level. And I said, if you're going to prove one theory, then we also need to prove the opposite theory. Let's prove the theory. I don't have so much trouble because I could see somebody, you know, running loot routes. I'm not gonna run loot routes. I tell everybody that every day. I'm not gonna run loot routes. I'm not just gonna run around. I do have a loot route that I run, but I still play bot lobby and I actually kind of play. I'm still playing the match. People say you can't get any better playing bot lobbies, but I mean, I just chill and vibe with my stream. That's why I play on stream. I don't really play. If I'm not on stream, I'm not playing. And then those whole entire streams upload to the page. So you have to prove the opposite theory. So getting to my point, if Loot Station, who is 70, 80 levels ahead of me, right? And I'm talking, these aren't levels like level 100 to 150 that are really easy to get, like at the start of the season. The quest bundles gave you 15k XP every single time you barely did anything. There were like at least 38 or 39 of the quest bundles working out of the 47. If you didn't know, the shrubs quest bundles now work, so you can do the shrubs now. So that's 75,000 XP that you can get that you weren't able to get before. But what I'm trying to say is, somebody needs to explain. And so Cole's Mind said he has a video coming up with Talakon, so I'm interested in seeing this video to find out, okay, how do you get these levels? Now, when I'm talking about levels, if you've never been over level 300, even if you've never been over level 275, those levels are extremely difficult to get, especially at levels. My highest ever season was a level 405. Those levels are incredibly hard to get. So to say that somebody's just two people, right, are 120 to 130 levels above Loot Station, and they're almost 190 levels above me, and I play the game quite a bit. I put massive amount of time into the game, and my streams and my uploads prove that. That's one thing that Talakon and Rage, their streams or their uploads don't prove that. And that's my theory, is they don't have valid proof. And Cole's mind was really heavy on, they didn't cheat, they were legit. I know they were legit because they're my friends, or I know they were legit because of whatever the case might be. There was no evidence for either theory. There was no evidence say, okay, Talakon even say, I think this is just something I was told, so if I'm wrong, I apologize. I was told that Talakon said that he doesn't stream his XP grind because it's too distracting. You can easily turn your chat off if you think it's so distracting. You can turn your chat off and still make so much money. He get 1,000 viewers in there at a time when he streams. But he does not stream he's not streaming his gameplay. So who's to say that he's not doing something to cheat? If there's no proof to prove that he's not cheating, then if I feel like, you know what, this is an absurd game level, I know how much time it takes to put into, you know, even the level I am currently, it took me a crazy amount of time that I had to put into the game. And my streams and my uploads, my streams that upload, they prove that I grind this game extremely hard, despite what anybody else might think. Not just that, I also produce content to help others to level up, do all of that, and I continue to build a channel. I only been on YouTube for this 2.5 seasons. That's it. Some of these other people have been doing it a long time. But it all comes down to the point is, if you're going to try to call one person out as a cheater, then you have to say, in Kobe's mind's exact words was he felt concerned. That's where his concern came in, okay? That my levels were a cheat, which were much lower levels and easier to obtain. Now you got two YouTubers that magically have game levels hundreds of levels above. Even when Kobe's mind was directly trying to go up against Talikan, and I was in that race too, but I didn't have a YouTube channel, I was like constantly, I was a big fan of Kobe's mind, checking to see what level he was, trying to compete with him and see how high of a level I could get. This was the season of Gold Peely. Somehow magically out of nowhere, then he makes up a video, and then this is the first time I hear about it. First time a lot of the world heard about it. All of a sudden, Talikan arrives on the scene. Next season, Rage Revenge kind of arrives on the scene. And they got these immensely high levels. And that's where I say, as in Kobe's mind words, concern. And that's where I ask the question, did you cheat? Did you cheat, Talikan? Did you cheat, Rage? I'm not speaking about you negatively as a human being. I'm asking, where did you get your 130 levels over? What extra hours are in a day, further past 24 hours in a day? Even if you have somebody else playing on your account, which I don't even care. It is what it is. This is Fortnite gaming. It's not that big of a deal. But I'm addressing the situation because it becomes a big deal when people make personal attacks. Now, I don't take these threats serious because I'm by no means a little guy, which I felt and took great offense to, because one of the things that I did coming out of the hospital, which is something Kobe's mind doesn't even know about. One of the things I did was use fitness, and my whole Instagram is about fitness. I use fitness to help with stress relief. I play Fortnite because it lowers my stress level. It helps me chill out. So I'm actually a, previous boxer, extremely built and much larger than somebody calling me little guy and then making these other comments about a baby bottle and this and that. I feel like those were very personally offensive comments that were directly at me and were inappropriate. It's one thing if you want to talk about Fortnite game levels, that's fine. And me and Kobe's mind agreed on it, you know what, and he apologized, so I accept his apology. And we both left it chill, and that's it. So my only question is, if we prove one theory that, okay, I think that Brembo cheated, even though that he's still much lower than Loot Station, and Kobe's, he's much lower than Loot Station, but he's still really a high game level. But Loot Station, being 383, I don't know what they are right now. I don't track people's information, like, it's not that serious to me. But when you see somebody and their game level is close to 500 at this point in the season, just approaching week 7, there's only so much time and XP you can get in a day. So therefore, I am allowed to form my opinion, and my speculation is that you cheated. And in my opinion, if a 2.5 day glitch was out, there was Team Rumble, there was 2.5 days. Talikan was actually behind me, to my knowledge. And then he spurred up 80 levels. When you go up 80 levels, I mean, not just 80 levels about 100 where it's easy to gain the levels, but 80 levels up over the 200 area. High levels. And all you have to do is drop at a location, ready up, continue to do the same glitch over and over. You get 8,000 XP, and then you didn't make anything. You made a video with the alternate account during that time frame. So what's to say, who's to say that he did not use that glitch the whole entire time? When Tilted Taxis was available, he used that the whole time. He even talked about it. Because it was getting him the most XP, and that's what he's all about, is XP. So what I'm wondering is, where can we explain, let's just call it 100 levels even, over 300, 100 flat, over 400 I mean. So from 400 to 500, where did you get these magical 100 levels that you're so much better of a grinder? Even though it's higher, even though it's more levels than that. You're such an amazing grinder. You got this secret method figured out for Rage and for Talokan, that you guys are able to get a level that's just impossible for anybody else to receive. That's why I said, you know what, it seems fraudulent to me. And then even when I mentioned that AFK glitch, and they say, oh, AFK is not a glitch, but standing in one place and gaining XP for doing nothing, I'd call that a glitch. If you don't want to call it a glitch, call it cheating, call it whatever you want to call it. But if you're not playing the game, if you're just standing there and collecting free XP, then you're cheating. Cove's Mind also made a video on this. He said how to get a level to 500. Like I said before, I was a big fan of Cove's Mind for the longest time. I've been subscribed to him for a good amount of time. So I see the video that he popped up because some of the videos that he make I really like. I even told him directly while we had a conversation today that he had fire content. That's the reason why I was subscribed to his channel for probably a couple years now. So to sum it all up, at the end of the day, the only thing I said about Loot Station was, if nobody ever accused you of anything, bro, you don't gotta put no glitches in every single video to prove that you did no glitches. If you didn't do any glitches, then if nobody's accusing you of doing any glitches, then you don't have to consistently put no glitches in the title of every single one of your videos. If you never did anything wrong, then why are you trying to defend it? That's what I said about you. What I said about Talokan and what I said about Rage is that I do not understand. And I create content on this. I'm not saying I know everything about Fortnite, but I know a lot about Fortnite. I know a lot about how the XP system works. I know a lot about the different methods to gain XP. I always have one of the highest game levels each season since I started doing that whole XP grind, when they allowed you to go over level 100. And so at the end of the day, it all comes down to, where are these mystery levels coming from? Where are these levels coming from? What special method do you have that gains you millions of XP over everybody else? Your loot route cannot be that good. So in my opinion, with the level jumps during the time frame that the Misty Meadows glitch was out, if you see these huge boosts in these gaps where there's no stream during that time, there's no proof that you didn't use the glitch. I'm not saying that you used it, but I feel, in my opinion, that you did. So I have an opinion and a theory that you must have used this glitch to be this high of a game level. That's just how I feel. So at the end of the day, I got no hard feelings against Cove's Mind. He said he doesn't have any hard feelings against me. I just feel like, let's keep it about the game. Personal attacks on people's life and who they are or what they are. Nobody knows anybody's specific story. People might know bits and pieces. I'm going to continue to take care of my family. Cove's Mind's going to continue his grind. We both ended it off like that. And at the end of the day, guys, GG's. And that's the most what I have to say about it. So that's how I feel. And hopefully you guys get my perspective on where did these levels come from. And somebody to say, okay, how can we prove it? If we want to try to prove one person's cheating, let's try to prove how somebody else is level 500 just coming into week 7. Let's try to prove that. So we have to go both ways here. We can't go one. We can't be too biased where we just say, okay, because I know these guys and these are my buddies, that I know they're legit. The only person that knows if they did or did not cheat is them. The same way, if the same way when Cole's Mind asked me the question, did you cheat? Like I told him, I said, no, I did not cheat. But at the end of the day, the only person that knows the answer to that question is me. And the only person that knows the answer to whatever Talocon's doing and whatever Rage's Revenge is doing is Rage's Revenge or Talocon, because they're the ones behind their screen. These people are in completely different areas. So that's all I had to say, guys. Hopefully, I mean, I know it's a very long video, but I appreciate whoever stuck around to the end. Thank you, guys. I'm going to stay positive. GG's in 2021. Let's keep positive vibes and keep the personal attacks at a minimum. I know I'm still going to catch a bunch of heat during my live streams. And it is what it is. But at the end of the day, that's just, you know, more numbers. So I will talk to everybody on the next video. Hopefully you guys can understand where I'm coming from, trying to figure out, hey, what magical recipe is out there that these two people in particular always have a just what seemingly impossible level over everybody else. I'm not speaking on Loot Station. Loot Station's level I feel like is accomplishable without cheating. What I said about them was, you don't have to try to defend something that nobody's accusing you of. So, my theory stands that I feel that Talocon and Rage did something in order to gain these incredibly huge level overloads. There's only so much time in a day. So I rest my case with that. You can feel one way or another about somebody because you feel an emotional attachment to them. But try to take your emotional attachment away from them and keep it based on the numbers. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. That's it. Brembo, GG's, and I am out.